Dave, this is your rifle, the first 4 rounds. You can see them, they went 1, 2, 3, and 4, centered up right there in the middle. This is just at 25 yards to get kind of a rough zero and kind of get that barrel broken in with the cheaper ammo. First 5-shot group at 100 yards. You can see that measures about 4 inches, and that's with the cheap ammo. Again, we're just breaking the barrel in. With a federal gold medal, it should be a lot better than that. All right, Dave, I'm just going to finish off that box of Winchester white box at the 100-yard steel target. It is right there. All right, these are those 3 shots at 100 yards. You can see that these measured about 1 inch. So that's it's shooting a little bit more like it should. All right, now we're shooting with the federal gold medal, 168 grain. We're gonna be shooting it through this chronograph at 100 yards to get, find out exactly how fast your bullet's going so we can get a good ballistics table worked up for it. We're also going to take the temperature of your ammo. It's showing 61 degrees. Temperature outside is 53. That will factor into your zero temp. We only had a 1 or 2 mile per hour wind, which is really not going to affect the bullet that much at this range. All right, Dave, this kind of demonstrates more of what your rifle is capable of. That's the federal gold medal. While we were shooting through the chronograph, this was the point of aim, black dot. So you have about 1.5 inch group with the federal gold medal. We'll be moving on to 200 after this. So Dave, if your zero ever changes in the future, this is all I'm doing, installing these shims. They're just going left and right. Right here. You just alternate either direction. And all we're doing is trying to fill in that gap right there. That'll give you that mechanical zero stop where you can always find your zero. And just to demonstrate that, you can see that zero right there, you can crank up as high as you want to, but you can always come down, and as soon as it gets to that right there, you know, you just need to come up about 5 or 6 clicks and it'll take you back to zero. These are the 2 ballistic tip bullets we're going to test. The first one we're going to fire at 100 yards to see if it has much of a point of impact change to your other gold medal bullets. The other one we're going to fire into a row of milk jugs and see how far it goes for one, and also see what kind of damage it does. All right, let's see if we captured the bullet. All right, you can see what happened here. This is the first milk jug. Completely destroyed that. This is where you can see that jagged bullet going into the second one. That's the hole going into the 3rd milk jug right there. And this is the 4th one. And we actually have the bullet in here. And right here you can see what is left over. It's a perfectly mushroomed bullet. It expanded to probably twice its size. And here you can see that partition bullet, or hunting bullet, really didn't have any point of impact change at 100 yards. It actually went in right there. The next thing we're doing is going for a shot at 200 yards. The ballistics chart that I worked up on your bullet shows that we need to put on 7 clicks up from our 100-yard zero. Looks perfect. The next target is at 300 yards. and the ballistics chart says 18 clicks. So we'll add those on, see what it does. All right, the next target's at 400. It's kind of tucked into the tree line right there. We're gonna try it with 31 clicks, see if it works. And that was right where I was aiming. Wind blew it just a little bit. Still perfect. All right, we're going for 500. That's the target that's right between the 400 yard one that's in the tree line and the 600 yard one that's a little bit farther on down the silhouette. This is your shot at 200 yards. That was point of aim, point of impact. It doesn't get much better than that. This is your shot at 300. Point of aim was dead center. It's just slightly off. This is your shot at the 400 yard target. I was actually aiming a little bit low on this one, so it dropped. Point of aim was about here. It's about 3 or 4 inches low. This is your shot at 500 yards. Was holding dead center, and that's about perfect. All right, now we're going for 600. I've put on 64 clicks of elevation. I've also put on another 5 clicks for wind and spin drift. All right, that looked just a little bit low. Still a bit low, but I think that's still good. All right, now we're going for 700 yards. We've got about a 3 mile an hour crosswind. We've also got a little spin drift to calculate in there, so that's 9 clicks to the left I put on there. Also, we're going up 85 on the elevation. And we got a hit. We're gonna see where it is. All right, this is the 2 bottom shots were your 600 yard impacts. Your 700 yard shot was high and left, put on too much windage, too much elevation. We're gonna take that down a notch, see if we can center it up. All right, we're trying again at 700 yards. We're only going with 80 clicks this time. I took off about 5 clicks of windage. And you can see that did it. That shot was probably about 2 inches higher than I expected it to be. Still pretty good at 700 yards.